Hello, this is Ulrike. I'd like to draw your attention to some objects from our current auction sale, which is still going on and which ends on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And I'd like to start with this bronze object, which immediately caught my attention because it is something rather unusual, at least for the gallery, as we are focusing on Roman and Greek art. And this object is from the Middle Byzantine period, so it's about 11th, 12th century AD. And it's a support for a processional cross, which would have been fixed or attached here, so you can see the hole. And it's referring to the church architecture of that period, though it doesn't have the typical dome-shaped element. So it might represent only a part of the cross-dome church. And it's highly decorated. If you have a close look, or maybe you already recognized it on the internet. So it has engraved palm trees all over, and it's also quite heavy. And what's also to be mentioned is the provenance. So it comes from the collection of Christoph Bernoulli, who was a co-founder of the Antique Museum in Basel, and he had the object since the 1960s in his collection, and it stayed with the family after his death. So I think it's a very representative object for that period, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and we'd love to give you an answer. Thank you. What I always like is to have a group of different objects, but representing the same thing. So I'm standing next to a group of horses, coming from different periods and also from different cultures. I really like to compare these different representations of the horse, also to see the developments. So this, for example, would be the oldest one in this group. It's from the geometric period, so it dates to the 8th century BC. The next guy in our timeline would be this Boeotian horse. And you still see some similarities if you compare, for example, the shape, though this one is nearly 200 years later. And what's also nice here is that you have the colors preserved. But these colors are not very expressive. It's brownish. It's a brownish glaze put on a white ground, and it was very decorative because the decoration would have been all over. From the same period, a little bit later than the Boeotian guy, is this one. So we are still in the 6th century BC, but this is a different culture. So this is from the Etruscan area. You immediately recognize the different type of clay. It's much more reddish and it's coarse-grained. And here again you have, which is very nice, the colors preserved, and it's the eye which is preserved, which is even nicer. But the colors are different compared to this one. Here we have blue and red and white and black, really like a contrast to make it really lively. A little bit later is this one. So this is 5th century BC, and again here you have some colors preserved, but this time it's like rosé and black paint. And our final one is this one up here. So this is much later, and of course it's a total different material. It's marble. But you see also the difference in representing the horse. So here, for example, you have a complete different understanding of represent the horse. Like, this is very natural. The surface is carefully modeled with all the details. And I mean, we are here in the late Antonine, early Severan period. So this is late 2nd, early 3rd century, where you also have this typical deep drilling work, which gives some dramatic to this horse head. So yeah, it's completely different compared to these, for example, especially when you compare these two, it's a complete different understanding of representing the horse. Yeah, so as I said in the beginning, I really like to have this as a group to really see the differences, to see how different the different ways of representing the horse in antiquity, and also the different ideas of representing the horse.